Is that how you're going to start it? We're talking about this?
No, I mean, today's a great day to not reside in Connecticut.
Oh, 100%. I always thought Connecticut was like a weird state. I always thought it was weird. I drove through Connecticut many times. My wife went to school in Massachusetts. So I used to have to drive through Connecticut every other week when I would go up there. And weird state. A lot of
bad drivers.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I feel like there's a lot of automotive YouTubers that come out of Connecticut. Like a lot of the ones I watch all live in Connecticut.
Is that where the Kia boys started?
Or came out? No, they're like Chicago or some shit like that.
Nah, dead ass think it might have been Connecticut.
The Kia boys, the ones who were stealing cars?
Yeah, stealing Kias and shit.
Connecticut started that?
I'm gonna look it up.
Connecticut never started anything. I'm not even sure. They don't have any sport teams. They got to be aligned with like New England, which for me is basically just Massachusetts.
Oh, Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Okay. Also
Connecticut, pretty much. No, that's not Connecticut.
Even weirder things are happening in Connecticut now. Stepmothers are kidnapping or holding hostage 31-year-old sons. There's an article that just came out, or a news thing that just happened. There's an event that just took place where a woman is being charged with a slew of charges, ones of which I'll bring up right now.
Yeah, this is awful, dude.
It's honestly terrible.
I saw it and I was like, whoa. At first, part of me didn't believe it really, because I'm like, this is just how crazy our world is. I'm like, I just don't believe anything at first anymore. I'm like, I need to give it a day. I need to take a little time. But what do you got, man? Talk to me. What's up?
The woman's name is Kimberly Sullivan, and she's being charged with kidnapping, unlawful restraint, cruelty, and reckless endangerment. And essentially what the allegations are is that they're saying that she kept her stepson captive for the past like 20 years, that he's been locked in his room or locked in that house for the past 20 years since he was 11. He's now 31. And the guy, I guess, gets his hands on some alcohol and some paper, and he sets the house on fire. When he sets the house on fire, the fire department comes, and he tells them, like, yo, I set this fire alarm because I wanted to get out of here. I think he said he wanted freedom or something like that. And he looks super, like, emaciated. He looked like one of those, like, you ever watch those shows where they rescue horses? And they got, like, the super skinny ones. I heard he looked like that. I don't know. I'm not trying to speak poorly of this gentleman. I'm just saying he was thin. That's
Bro,
it.
that's
you gotta leave me there.
No, that description. I'm trying to imagine, because I didn't see any video of him. If there's video or photos or something of him, walking it. How much they say he weighed?
They said he was like 5'8" and he was like sub 70 pounds.
Yeah, it's like 68 pounds or something like that.
That's crazy. 68 pounds.
Yeah, to be a man that's like I think they said 5'9".
Dude, there's 5-year-old Spanish kids that are 69 pounds.
Bro, yeah, bro. There's 8-month-old Spanish kids that are 65 pounds. You know?
5 might be easy to get to. That might be an under accomplishment.
But no, it's a crazy idea. I mean, the first thing I think is why, right? Mm-hmm. Like, why would you do this to somebody? And then why wouldn't did they ever try to escape?
So the kid, they said he went to school until the 4th grade, and he would go to school and like ask his classmates for like food, and he got caught like digging through the garbage. And one day the school called his parents, because his dad was alive at the time, and they told him, and they pulled him out of school. So they never seen him again. But they said he had like rotting teeth, and he was just malnourished. And they said, I think the article that I read alleged that they were just feeding him like 2 sandwiches a day and 2 cups of water. Damn,
that was just enough. That's like how I do my plants. You know, like I don't know if I'm doing too much or I'm not doing enough, but they always just stay alive. They don't thrive. Mm-hmm. You know, but damn, that's terrible.
Yeah, well, they're treating this dude like your ficus you got in your house, just not giving. What I don't get is like the rationale. She's saying her lawyer put a statement out saying that none of this is true, and that justice will come to light. You know, like this is all a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I wish I could trust it that an attorney said that. I'm like, I wonder how much he's getting paid doing his job to defend her, and then I'm like, maybe this guy's nuts. Just burn the house down.
Yeah, right. But they wouldn't explain why he's so malnourished and why there's so many locks on his door.
They said it was like covered like plywood and stuff blocking up the doors with locks.
Yeah, they used to make him just like this is a weird one because they said they used to make him. He used to defecate in the room on the floor, but then they also used to say he used to steal water out the toilet. So I don't know. They say in the articles that I read that he would escape from the room at night and he would like go into the kitchen and like eat food and then go back in the room, and then like little by little the level of security like when he was like the Ratatouille rat, except he was eating food, not like whipping up crazy recipes, and the level of security in his room like kept going up. Like they kept putting more locks on his door. That shit looked like a fucking Brooklyn apartment by the time he was fucking 22. He had like 6 locks on there.
Bro, this the real life Tommy Pickles, bro. Yeah. But I think about, I'm like, this is the Tommy Pickles storyline. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Guy probably had a screwdriver in his underwear. You know, was getting out, getting the snacks.
How long you think they've been like holding him up for? And they say since he was 11, he was up in that room. Do you think that that's the age where they just couldn't bring him out anymore? Like they were like, all right, at this point he's 31, he could take care of himself. Why not just let him free? Can he not survive anymore on his own? Is it like when they trap the tigers in the apartments and they're like, dude, we'd love to let this tiger loose. This thing just wouldn't fucking survive. What exactly is it? Like, because at this point, it's more of a burden on you to have to try to keep this kid hostage in the house, you know? Try to keep him silent. Like, than it is to just let him loose. Or I guess the deed is like she's too far in. What is it?
I have no idea. I imagine what I picture how they finally cat was out of the bag. They went to Friendly's and he ordered from like the kids corner on the menu and they were like, nah. And they were like, shit, cat's out of the bag. Got to put this guy away again. Yo,
I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me that why they would keep him in that room for so long.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, like the motive, right? The motive doesn't make any kind of sense. But yeah, it makes you wonder, like what, like why?
I'll read the highlights from the article that we referenced.
Yeah.
Kimberly Sutherland, 56, was arrested in Woodbury, Connecticut for allegedly holding her 32-year-old stepson captive for 20 years, subjecting him to severe abuse, neglect, and starvation. This kid lit this fire on the 7th in February. So this has been around for a little bit. We're just hearing about it. Yeah, February 17th, he set the upstairs on fire.
Oh, so maybe they were like keeping it under wraps while they investigate.
Maybe. On February 17th, Sullivan's stepson set a fire upstairs in an upstairs room with a lighter and hand sanitizer, stating, "I wanted freedom," to the firefighters that rescued him, finding him severely malnourished, dirty, matted, and with rotten teeth.
Damn.
He told authorities that he'd been locked in the room since he was 11 years old. Police charged Sullivan with assault, kidnapping, unlawful restraint, cruelty, and reckless endangerment. Allegations of abuse were that he was kept in an 8 by 9 foot storage room with a lock on the outside of the door. 8 by 9. Dude,
that's
8 by 9.
That's a jail cell.
That's 8 right there.
Yeah, 8 square feet.
And then, so it's about this right here. It's about this. This is his bedroom.
Holy shit.
From half of this chair to that wall.
From half of that chair to this wall, that's roughly the size.
Right there.
Right here.
From half this chair to right there. That's how big his room was.
That's insane. That's insane. And to live for 20 years like that. Said, I think the last time he left the house, he was like 15.
Yeah, dude, can you imagine if Harry Potter would have never got out?
Yeah, dude, Voldemort would be, who knows who he was supposed to vanquish that he never got a chance to.
No, he wasn't. There's another character I'm thinking about whose parents were abusing him and they got out and became something incredible.
Yeah, it was Harry Potter, his aunt and uncle.
They were abusing him, right?
Yeah, they were being mad mean to him, had him locked in this little tiny room under the stairs.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Same idea.
Matilda, same thing, right?
Yeah, bro, come on. This guy could end up in a chokey.
Maybe this kid's got powers. Maybe that's why they're not letting him out. Maybe this kid's got superpowers. They don't want the world to see it.
Oh, they were actually saving the world. He's going to come out and start melting people's minds.
You think so?
Yeah, he's going to come out and start lifting cars and shit.
I don't see. I guess like it's difficult to rationalize the mind of somebody who's just crazy, but it just doesn't. I can't make sense of it. Why lock this kid in a room for so long?
Do you think it's just some people are just super cruel and this is just pure cruelty intentionally trying to just bring misery to somebody? Or you think she's just whacked?
She has to be whacked. I don't think that cruelty to that level like exists. Like somebody knowing they're doing bad and intentionally keeping this up for 31 years, essentially, because although he was, out and about until he was 11, he was probably still not treated fairly well.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed that he wasn't treated well. It's weird because he had a stepfather. It was, his mom and his stepfather. So it makes you wonder, like,
No, dad and stepmother.
are you sure?
Yes, this is her stepson.
Oh, wow. Okay, I misunderstood the article.
Yeah, and she denies all the allegations, claiming that her stepson had free reign of the house, which is still, you're locking him in the house.
I mean, my dog has free range at a house, pretty
Yeah.
much, but
She still
I
can't
don't
go
want her to
nowhere.
come out. She ain't coming out,
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you got to get in the box.
Yeah, there are some, I'm sure there's a neighbor or two that, they work at certain times when my dog's outside. They may have never seen my dog,
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he's essentially, and a little bit about him. He was found with PTSD, depression, severe physical impairments from years of neglect. Despite receiving little education, he was self-taught using books and a dictionary.
Damn, this dude's probably smarter than me, bro.
Probably very intelligent.
Guy's a whiz.
No, who knows? I don't know. It's crazy. But if you could get away with that anywhere, it's Connecticut. 100%. If you're getting away with that anywhere, easily drive through state.
They get away with driving 95 miles an hour there.
Bro, I used to go so fast through Connecticut. I would make it to Massachusetts in 3 hours and a change.
That is nuts.
And most of that was, it's not super, super fast because people, I think like if we GPSed it to Boston right now, how long, let's see how fast that is.
There is another thing though, like I always compare it to the Cape because when I go to the Cape, it's so much farther. It's so much, it takes me, the best time I've ever done is like 5 hours in the middle of the night type, and still not.
Right now it's 3 hours and 40 minutes.
To where?
To exactly where I was going.
Okay.
In Massachusetts. I would get there in like 3:15,
And what is it now?
3:36 if we leave right now.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. I always used to think what you were doing is so crazy because I picture the Cape, but the Cape is a lot farther. So it's like the Cape is way more up, so that's why I'm an idiot. I'm adding on more travel time and comparing it to your ETA. So it's just crazy. But yeah, Connecticut, dude, that is a terrible story. I know we make stupid jokes and shit, but that story is insane.
Yeah,
And this is all alleged right now. I mean,
it's all alleged. She says that that this isn't true. And her lawyer is urging people not to jump to conclusions. And I, for one, am not going to just jump to a conclusion. This kid could have superpowers, and I think we should all take that into consideration.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's very possible he's just maybe there's something, maybe he's special, maybe there's something different, about, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and sometimes people just say crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. He might have just come out and like, I did this on purpose. I saved the day.
Yeah.
Save the day. And they're like, wow. And they took it for real. Who knows?
Yeah. Or maybe this kid has ties to Hamas and she was keeping him trapped up because she didn't want him to get deported,
Yo, maybe was he a student at Columbia?
I don't know. Maybe this kid was planning on protesting. You got to keep those motherfuckers locked in the house. No, it's terrible. Because you know what's crazy is that we look at him now as a 31-year-old adult, but the truth is that this was a kid when he was a kid for much longer than he was an adult. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was even. But he was a kid, a child who was locked in this. This guy had a lifetime of misery, dude. A lifetime, what we believe, allegedly, if, the story's painted in the way we believe it's painted. Maybe he had a bunch of PlayStations and Xboxes in the crib. He just wasn't allowed to leave the house. We all had a friend growing up who wasn't allowed to leave the house that much.
Yeah. We all did. We all had those friends. But damn, the locks on the door is what gets me. That's where I'm like,
what if he was wilding? What if he was could you rationalize this in any way?
Maybe he's a werewolf.
Oh, bingo.
And she's protecting the neighborhood, You
know what? I didn't even think of the possibility, but you're absolutely right. This is probably the most plausible argument I've heard.
I think I just solved it.
Yeah, 100% werewolf. That'd be the only reason you got to keep that puppy locked in the crib.
Yeah, to keep him locked in a crib and in like a box he can't break, even if he were to transform into a huge, hairy, monstrous, bloodthirsty beast, he could not escape that box.
Yeah, which would be that, 8x9. That's a perfect size for a werewolf.
Perfect. I mean, it's like standard werewolf size.
Well, they could do a 360. That's how you know it's a good size.
True.
As long as they could spin around, it's not too small.
Yep, they could sit down, and werewolves sleep upright.
Everybody knows
So
that.
you're good with that.
Crazy.
I feel for the guy. We'll see. They're going to update this. They have to.
He's not going to live a regular life. Like, what happens now? Now he gets the crib?
Bro, he'll be popping on TikTok in no time. He would, if that guy starts an Instagram or something, forget it, yo. People gonna be like, what? You're the guy in the box in the room with the locks? That's how his set's gonna look. I don't know why I just said that like an Eminem verse.
Yeah, that's funny. What's he gonna do? What happens now? Not that I think that he should continue being locked up, but like, what happens now? What's the next move?
I don't know. He's been captive for so long. I don't know if he could survive out in the wild.
That's what I'm saying. This dude's like a fucking panda or like a zoo kept koala or something like that.
It's like a wombat that got taken from his mother.
Yeah, can you imagine? No, but he is. He's a captive wombat. Dude, you can't just take a chow chow and put him in the fucking street, I'm not saying he's a chow chow, but he's got chow chow characteristics in the sense that, or maybe he can survive. I don't know. The kid's been surviving off 2 sandwiches and toilet water for 20 years. Maybe he's much more of a fucking survivor than I'd ever be. I don't know. But it just makes you think. It's like, what? Damn. Even when justice is served, it's like it doesn't take away the other stuff, right? It doesn't take away. It doesn't wash away the sins from the past.
It's very true. It's very true.
What do you do?
Devastating.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to keep going. I could keep going. Want to keep going? He's like a battered spouse, who's been in the crib with this guy for 20 years. And every time, she doesn't cut the crust off, she gets a backhand. And then, he's going to have, I don't know. This I might not keep. Battered spouses. I don't know if that's good for the YouTube algorithm. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, what now?
You think it's possible that he was the one? This is like a whole complex ploy for him to be saved. You sure he didn't have her locked up and was like, hey, get in the house and put that weird makeup on that I like?
Her mugshot was crazy. She had the craziest blue eyeliner. It was insane. It was like under the eye, but it was like 3-dimensional because it was so much lower under the eye that you could still see the skin above the eye.
Bro, 100%. You ever run into one of them chicks with the pool chalk eyeliner? You gotta run, son. Bro, they got the pool chalk eyeliner on them things, man.
Yeah, that was a fact.
That's not good for anyone. But
that was tattooed on 100%.
yeah. But bro, imagine he was the one, and then he was like, "That's it. This is the end of it. You did it to me. Burn the house down." And he's like, "She had me trapped and locked up." And they're like, "Oh, you devil woman." And she's like, "Wait, but, you know, who knows? That's the ultimate villain arc right there, bro."
Yeah, he's like a method actor who's going to play Smeagol in the next Lord of the Rings, and he's just preparing for his role.
Listen, if anyone would accept him with open arms, it's Hollywood.
Oh, are you kidding me? He'd be in the next Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
I want to know, but that's what really sets it off from him, like, you know, anything to do with, like, him having anything to do with this is the fact that he's so malnourished and his teeth are rotten. The fact that he still has teeth, because I think maybe I'm confusing the rotten teeth not being from school and the rotten teeth being from when the firefighters found him. But the fact that this guy still had teeth, I guess sandwiches are soft. I don't know. Crazy. I don't know. Like, I guess does he get a bunch of money? Does the government give this kid a bunch of money now? What
I
happens?
don't know. I'm worried about his teeth more than anything.
Is he expected? No,
I don't think they put fluoride in the toilet water.
dude. No, they're gonna give this kid's fucking. He'll get Tekashi 6ix9ine's teeth or Diddy's teeth. He'll get somebody's teeth.
The next time somebody gets their veneers changed, there's so many celebrities. Are they going to start donating them things? You think celebrities are going to start donating their veneers?
I hope they do. I hope they, you know, dispose of them responsibly. I don't want those fucking things floating around the ocean. I want whales wearing them. That's for sure.
You want a whale showing up with Young Thug's mouth, like
The last thing I want is a porpoise dolphin pulling up on me with somebody's grill on. No, but yeah, that's the next thing. It's like, what happens now? Like, what's the rest of his life look like? I'm really curious about that. Because it's not like you're gonna. Maybe he gets a house, right? He gets to keep living in the house. But what about money?
Does he want to live in that house?
What about money? How does this kid eat now?
Yeah, I don't know. You think he
Or
gets
this guy? He's not even a kid, dude. He's 31 years old. How does this man eat?
Yeah, today, right? With trying to get, you know, whatever resources he can. He's probably got no skills. Probably can't work.
He definitely got like a government handler, I think, or like a state.
Yeah,
handler.
they have to. Some kind of person that's going to take care of him. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. There has to be.
yeah. Somebody definitely has already taken him to like the Nickelodeon thing in the Connecticut, in that mall.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the first place they took this dude. They were like, "Listen, I know you're 31, but do you know what a slip and slide is?"
Yeah, and he was like, "What? Slip and slide? Now he can't go down a slip and slide.
Yeah,
He's
no.
shattered like a window."
Yeah, you're right. He's definitely not doing anything active. They're not putting this kid on the roller coaster just yet.
Yeah, no, man. That dude, they got to treat him like porcelain for a minute. Need to hook him up with like Bradley Martin. Beef that guy up.
That he can't even. He'll probably die. You give that dude too much protein. He's got to take things slow. You know what's crazy? That the neighbors didn't even know either.
Yeah, dude, one of them, the lady said she used to see him in the window up there. And she's like, "You look like a ghost."
Yeah.
She's like, I thought he liked to stay up there. I just thought he didn't like to come outside. Like, damn, that's a movie. I'm like, I don't know, man. What's going on somewhere else? I need to know what's going on with the news in another part of the world because I don't know about this. This is way too movie-like. This is a distraction.
Well, you know, it's like, do you know your neighbors? Do you know everybody in that crib?
No, definitely not.
Me neither. I don't know everybody in my neighbor, like the ones who live on that side. I don't know everybody. Sometimes I have no idea. There could be somebody that comes out the house where I'm like, oh, that's a random person. And that person could have been living there the whole time. And I just don't know.
Yeah. Nope. I have no idea about some of my neighbors. Most of them, actually, in fact.
Yeah, neither do I.
If it popped out and they were like, "Oh my God," I'd be like, "Oh my God, he was such a nice guy. I had no idea he had somebody locked in the basement."
Yeah.
You know? No. Yeah, I guess it's very easy to overlook.
Yeah, they could undoubtedly be somebody on your block right now or living next to you that's feeding some grown man Lunchables every day, and you just don't know about it.
Yep. Damn, that's fucking scary. I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that.
I mean, what do you do, though, you know?